Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Young here, and today I'm back in our Fortnite video, and in today's video, I want to give you guys some of my best tips and tricks that you guys can use to get better and also to improve here in Fortnite Chapter 2. I want to share with you guys a few things that I learned and that has really helped me out and has helped me get better at the game very quickly. So if you guys feel like you're struggling to improve or don't know what to work on, definitely stay to the end of the video because this video will help you guys out when it comes to improving here in Chapter 2. And real quick, before we get into the video, I have a V-Buck giveaway. I give away 2,000 V-Bucks every single Friday. So if you guys would like to participate and enter the giveaway, all you guys have to do is to drop a like on this video. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys do hit that post notification bell so you guys get notified for every single new upload and when I announce the winners on every Friday. And as well, drop a comment down below of either your Xbox gamer tag, your PSN gamer tag, or Epic account, and you guys will be automatically entered into the next giveaway. Also, make sure you guys have me added and supported as a creator in the item shop. All you guys have to do is go down to the bottom right, click on support a creator, type in my creator code, which is Young Humor, hit accept. Just remember it changes every 2 weeks, so make sure you guys double check that you have it in. And alright guys, let's go right to the video. Alright, so in this video, I want to share with you guys some tips and tricks that you guys can use to get better and also to improve here in Chapter 2 very quickly. And just want to share with you guys some of the things that I've noticed that has really helped me get a lot more wins in this game. So the first thing that I've noticed that has really been the biggest game changer, at least for myself when it comes to getting more wins and just playing better, is just trying to focus on and really trying to get as good as you can at the small things. Now, what I mean by that in a couple examples, so obviously you want to improve on your mechanics, like you want to improve on your building, editing, and also aiming. Those things are going to be really important and huge if you want to win a lot more games and improve at this game. Of course, you're going to have to improve at your building, editing, and also aiming. You're going to obviously have to improve at those mechanics, but one of the biggest things that has been the biggest game changer for me over the past couple weeks that I have noticed that has helped me the most when it came to getting more wins and playing better. Now, I've been improving my building, my editing, and aiming a lot, but even with improving that, one of the things that I noticed is that if you don't improve on these couple of things, then it really isn't going to make that much of a difference. So for one example, on one of the small things you just want to really consider is, say for example, if you're challenging a person in a build fight, just making sure that you always challenge from the right hand side as much as possible, because if you're going against a really good player, even if you have, say, the best aim and the best editing possible, if you try to challenge from the left side against another player, you guys have probably already seen, but if you go from the left side and the other player has you on the right side, they're going to be able to get a shot off before you, and even if you have very good aim or very good editing, you're still going to be losing in that gunfight just because of the way you approached and challenged in that gunfight. So making sure you challenge always from that right side is important. Another thing that you can do as well is just making sure you have good rotations and as well good positioning, because even if you have very good aim, very good building, and very good editing, you can get screwed over time and time again from a less skilled player if they have significantly better positioning on you. So say for example, you're running through, say, Lazy Lake or even Salty Springs, and you're running through the area and a person shoots at you from the top of one of the buildings. They have way better positioning on you than them. So even if they don't have as good editing and building, they have a big advantage on you just based on the position that they have. So one thing that you can maybe change is if you're ever running through a location like that and you think there might be players in the area, one thing you can do is just always run across the top of the buildings. That way, just in case there's another player that maybe shows up, you're automatically going to have the better positioning on that player. So even if they are a better player than you, they have better mechanics, you can still win the gunfight pretty easily as long as you have a better positioning than they do, because if you have really good positioning, it's going to be much easier to get headshots off on the other player, and at the same time, they're going to have to waste a lot more materials and they have to build up to you if they want to challenge you. So just trying to focus on and improve at the things that a lot of people don't necessarily talk about, not necessarily like the big mechanics, but I'm practicing on these smaller things like your positioning, your rotations, and also just making sure you always challenge from the right side when you can is really going to make some of the biggest differences between you losing a lot of gunfights and also winning. So that's something you really want to focus on and try to improve. And when it comes to things like that, it's really just based on kind of like your mental game. You always want to make sure that you have yourself in the best position possible instead of 100% just focusing on improving your mechanics, and that is going to significantly help you win a lot more games. And so the next thing that you guys want to do and take away that can really help you win a lot more games and play much better is going to be being very aware of getting third party. Now, getting third party is pretty much happens almost every single game. And one of the things that has really helped me out a lot and has really got me a lot more wins compared to before was going to be when I was playing it in a lot of my gunfights. As I said, I was getting third partied a ton. It was like almost every single gunfight. So one thing I started doing a lot is that when you're in a gunfight, you always want to be prepared for like the worst situation possible. And as long as you do that, you're going to be winning way more gunfights. So for an example, say you just happen to see you only see one player in the middle of the open and you want to go challenge that player. Now, usually what I do is I kind of just expect that I'm going to get third partied. I just expect the worst things to happen, meaning that if I want to challenge the other player, I need to be prepared in case I get third partied, meaning I either want to have a launch pad, a grenade launcher, or the grapple gun. I want to have one of these three weapons, and if I don't, then I really want to have a ton of materials, because if I have like 300 materials and I don't have like a launch pad or any mythic weapons, I have to be extremely careful, because if I ever get third partied or if I ever get stuck in a situation that's not good, I'm pretty much guaranteed to lose the gunfight no matter how good my mechanics are. So that's something you guys want to practice and you want to focus on, is you always want to be prepared for the worst possible things to happen in a gunfight. So that way, if you ever get caught off guard, it's not going to be as bad, because you're almost in a way going to expect it to go bad. And that's one of the things that has really helped me out a lot. Just because if I'm running through the middle of the map and say I only have one launch pad, even though I see a player in the distance I might want to challenge, I'm going to instead save that launch pad and just run over on feet, because I know if I get stuck in a bad situation, I'm going to really regret using the only launch pad that I had. So just doing simple things like that could make the big difference that you need to win a lot more games and also gunfights in this game. So always be prepared and always just expect to get stuck in a really bad situation every single time you go into a gunfight. So that way, when you ever do get stuck, it's not going to be as bad, because you're going to be expecting it and you're going to have a way to get out of it. And so the third thing that you guys want to do that's going to help you get better and to improve at this game is you're going to want to improve your speed. Now, there's a couple of things you want to do to improve this. Now, when I talk about speed, it really could mean a lot of different things. It doesn't necessarily have to be just your editing speed or your building speed, because of course those things will help you improve, but you just overall want to be a much faster player in this game. And there's a couple of things that you can do to improve your speed. And one of the ways that's just super simple is if you're playing like squads or if you're playing anything with your friends, just being able to drop your materials really fast, being able to drop your ammo or maybe a weapon, just practicing dropping things really quickly is just going to get you into the habit of playing at a much faster playstyle. And that's really going to be one of the best ways to win a lot more gunfights and a lot more games, is just playing faster on the other player, because you either always want to be building, you always want to be editing or moving. And just one of the most common ways that I lose my gunfights is just going to be hesitating in the gunfight. So you really just want to full send it as much as possible. You don't want to hesitate and you want to play as fast as you can, even if you don't make the best decision. Because if you play very fast, at the very least, you're going to catch the other player off guard. Now, if you're not necessarily the fastest player ever, my rule of thumb is if you don't know what you're doing, the other player doesn't either. So you can typically win a lot of gunfights against a lot of players as long as you just play extremely quick, because they're going to get caught off guard at the very least, and it's going to help you win much more gunfights against that player, and it's going to help you get a lot more wins. So just improving your overall speed and decision making is going to be one of the biggest game changers that you can use. And notice that I said when it came to your decision making, that's what you really want to improve your speed on. It doesn't necessarily have to be your editing or building. You really just want to improve how fast you make decisions in Fortnite, and that's really going to help you win much more games here in chapter 2. So with that being said, that's wrap up for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys liked it, make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Make sure you guys do hit that notification bell so you guys get notified for every single new upload. And as well, I do live stream every single day here on this channel at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you guys hit that notification bell so you guys will get a notification when I go live. But with that being said, I do appreciate you guys watching the video. And alright guys, I'll see you next video.